So if you have a vehicle out there and you are wondering if you put it into Uber, it will fall under which category? This is the video you want to watch until the end. So let us start. So in Uber today, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 categories of vehicles. So there is 1, there is 2, there is 3, there is 4, there is 5. So for each category, I'm going to name them for you. So we have the chapchap. So chapchap is the smallest. We are going to analyze all the vehicles that are accepted and that are categorized under chapchap. Then we have what we call the X. So X literally is the X. So let me just put it like that, because only vehicles that have already been admitted will continue existing under X, but new vehicles from next year will either be transferred to chapchap or the next category number 3 that we are going to talk about. And the category number 3 is the Uber Comfort. Is the Uber Comfort. And then we have number 4 is the XL. So this is the extra large. And then we have the Uber Van. The Uber Van. So from what I have on the list here, the lists are quite long for the small vehicles. So the way, if you go like this, the number of vehicles increase. So we have more vehicles admissible into the Uber chapchap category, while we have less vehicles that qualify for the Uber van. And the same way, as you would expect from the demand in a typical economy like Nairobi, more people would go for chapchap, while less people would go for Uber van, from the affordability side of the rider, as well as from the affordability side of the investor. So buying an Uber van vehicle is more expensive than buying a chapchap. So I will give you all the type of vehicles that fall under each of these categories. It will be a long list, but be patient so that you can know if you are to put your vehicle into this business, under which category will it fall. I will also give you the specific year of manufacture. That is the minimum required for, that is the maximum, I would say, the maximum year of manufacture that is required for your vehicle to be admitted into Uber. For each category, there is a different year of manufacture that is specified. So let us start. So don't forget about those categories. So I'm going to start from number 5 because it is the shortest list. So we are going to start from number 5. And in number 5, we use a different pen. We are going to discuss about Uber van. So for Uber van, you will just know these vehicles by yourself. So we are talking about 2015 year of manufacture and above. So 2015 year of manufacture and above. And here we are talking about vehicles like Honda Step Wagon. Step Wagon will fall under this category. We are talking about Mazda Biante. Mazda Biante. We are talking about Nissan Serena. We are talking about Toyota Noah. We are talking about Toyota Voxy. We are talking about Toyota Sienta. You know why I love Sienta so much. And we are talking about Toyota Esquire. Okay, so if you know all these vehicles, all of them are 7-seaters, and some people can use them actually as 9-seaters if the number of people traveling is a bit bigger. So have you understood this? So at some point you realize that there is an overlap, because at some point Uber can allow you to choose the category of vehicle that you want your vehicle to carry. So you can say that you want it to carry Uber van as well as Uber XL. So you can check the two boxes and then you get requests from both sides. So I hope we have understood all this. So Honda Step Wagon, Biante, Serena, Noah, Voxe, Sienta, Esquire. Let's now get into category number 4, which is the Uber XL, the Uber Extra Large, the Uber XL. Let me just open my PDF very quickly. So we are now discussing number 4, and we are discussing about Uber XL. We are saying for XL, you need an year of manufacture of 2017 and above. So if your vehicle is not 2017 and above, then you are out of the market. You cannot use it for Uber. And some of the vehicles here include Honda Freed. I know you know that vehicle very well. We are talking about the same thing as we have said, Honda Step Wagon. I have said there is an overlap. Your vehicle could be accepted to carry different categories. We are talking of Mazda Biante. We are talking about Nissan Serena. We are talking about Toyota Voxe. We are talking about Noah. And we are talking about, I have said, and then here we are talking about Paso City. Paso City. So that's, I don't know how you pronounce that. Amandi Paso Set. We are talking about Toyota Sienta as well. We are talking about Toyota Sienta. And we are talking about Esquire. So, as you can see, the only new entrant here is Honda Freed. But the rest of all these vehicles actually are all acceptable within the van category. So, as you can see very well, there is an overlap. So, what you will see now is that there will be an overlap between XL and the class that is below XL. But now, as we go now to the number 3, I hope you have noted all those vehicles. It's very, very important for you to know that. So this is the new and official classification of vehicles for 2025. So we are now going to talk about number 3, and this will be the Comfort. Okay? So for the Uber Comfort, we are talking about vehicles of 2015 and above. So for the Comfort, it's 2015 and above. And here the list is a bit long, so allow me to be very quick at writing. So if I don't write all the letters, so forgive me, but I'll be very quick. So we are talking about Honda Airwave. Honda Airwave. We are talking about Honda Insight. We are talking about Honda Insight. We are talking about Honda Fit Shuttle. Honda Fit Shuttle. I know you know that vehicle very well. We are talking about Honda Stream. I hope you can listen. I will not write anymore. Honda Stream, Honda Step Wagon. We are talking about Mazda Primacy. We are talking about Mazda Biante. We are talking about Mitsubishi Delica. We are talking about Mitsubishi Colt. We are talking about Nissan Wingroad. We are talking about Nissan Tiida. We are talking about Nissan Latio, Nissan Serena. We are talking about Nissan Cube, Nissan Leaf, the EV vehicle. We are talking about Proton Saga. We are talking about Subaru Trezia. We are talking about Toyota Passo. We are talking about Toyota Axio. We are talking about Toyota Fielder. We are talking about Ractis. We are talking about Prius. We are talking about Belta, Porte, Nissan Sienna. We are talking about Wish. We are talking about Auris. We are talking about Voxe. We are talking about Spade. We are talking about Sienta. We are talking about Noah. We are talking about Esquire. So, as you can see, there is still an overlap between what is Uber X Yes, what is Uber Comfort? Sorry, what is Uber Comfort and Uber XL as well as Uber Van. There is still quite a big overlap. So it is for you to choose if you want to carry Uber Comfort or you just want to reserve your vehicle for Uber Van and Uber XL category. But if you choose to carry Uber Comfort, you will still get trips that pay you less. You get my point? But now if you choose all the three categories, it simply means that you will get more requests than a person who just settles down on Uber Van. Sawa sawa. So for category number 2, so we are talking about category number 2. We are talking here about category number 2. We are talking about Uber X. So as I have said, this is X. So because it will not be there anymore. And literally, if I look here, for Uber X, it is exactly the same as Uber Comfort. So I am not going to repeat that. So for new joiners, they will go directly into Uber Comfort instead of Uber X. You get my point? So all the vehicles that I have highlighted there, Honda Airwave, Honda Insight, Honda Fit Shuttle, Honda Freed, Honda Stream, Honda Stepwagon, Mazda Primacy, Mazda Bionte, Mitsubishi Delica, Nissan Wingroad, Nissan Tida, Nissan Latio, Nissan Serena, Nissan Cube, Nissan Leaf, Proton Saga, Subaru Trezia, Toyota Passo, Toyota Axio, Toyota Fielder, Toyota Ratis, Toyota Belta, Toyota Porte, Toyota Sienna, Toyota Wish, Toyota Auris, Toyota Voxy, Toyota Spade, Toyota Sienta, and Toyota Noah and Toyota Esquire. All those used to belong into the Uber X as well, but right now Uber X has been phased out. Now they are going up into Uber Comfort. Sawa sawa. So the last one, which is number 1. So this one you have said we can just cancel it because it will no longer exist moving to 2025. So going to number 1, this is the chapchap. So this is the most popular category. And here we are talking of 2015 and above vehicles. So all these vehicles will be accepted into Uber chapchap. And just for your information, there could be some overlaps between chapchap and comfort. So there are some vehicles that will be accepted into chapchap, but with an option to also access comfort category rides. So let me read them very quickly because the list is a bit long. So we are talking here about Daihatsu Mira, Daihatsu Boom, Daihatsu Move, Toyota, Daihatsu Tanto, Daihatsu Cast, Daihatsu SC, Honda N-Wagon, Honda Life, Honda Fit, Honda N1, Honda N-Box, Mazda Caro, Mazda Demio, Mazda Flare, is Mazda Wagon, Mitsubishi EK Wagon, Mitsubishi Colt, Mitsubishi Mirage, Nissan Days, Nissan Note, Nissan March, Subaru Clio, Subaru Stella, Suzuki Wagon R, Suzuki Spacia, Suzuki Alto, Suzuki Swift, Suzuki Solio, Suzuki Ignis, Suzuki Stingray, Suzuki Hustler, Toyota Yaris, Toyota Passo, Toyota Aqua, Toyota Pixies, Toyota Vitz, Toyota Tank. Actually, if I check at the whole list of Uber chapchap, I would tell you for sure that there is no overlap between chapchap and comfort. So if we go back to the initial categorization so that you guys can now get my point very clearly, we have said that there is a chapchap, we have said there is a X, so gone. We have said that there is comfort, we have said that there is Excel, and we have said that there is Van. Okay, for this three, there is a lot of, I would say there is a lot of interaction. So a driver can choose where their vehicle will carry. You can activate comfort, excel, and van, as well as these two also have a lot of overlap. These two, even though we know this one will go out, but this one is alone. So if you go out there and buy a vehicle that is relatively expensive, I would talk about Mazda Demio, I would talk about Suzuki Swift, I would talk about Honda Fit. All those vehicles will just carry chapchap. They cannot access these other trips. Traditionally, when this X used to exist, there was a kind of an overlap. So some vehicles carrying chapchap could also access X category. But now because X has been removed, there is now a clear demarcation between small vehicles. So we are talking of small is the chapchap, and then you have the comfort here, which is a middle class, and then you have the 7-seaters here. So the 7-seaters and this one, depending on the number of people that you want to carry. So comfort, you can access if you have a 7-seater. But if you have a comfort that is 5-seater, then a vehicle that is a 7-seater, you can access, I would say, all these: comfort, excel, and van. But if your vehicle is in comfort, but it is a 5-seater, then you might not be able to access the van, because the vans really you need 7-seaters and above. I hope that makes quite some sense for you. But sorry for the noisy kind of white table. But I hope you guys have gotten to understand a few things about where your vehicle will fall under in 2027, in 2025. Cheers and goodbye.